Good evening, everybody! Happy Sunday! Oh! Maybe that's too much of an applause for Sunday. Maybe this is a good Sunday. How are you guys? So, I had the worst trouble opening up OBS after all this time. I guess OBS has an update. I don't know if this has to do with the update or not, but I was opening up OBS, right? And I was getting a little impatient. I was just like I don't know, I was getting a little impatient. Usually when OBS opens, my monitors are like two different size, right? Well, they're the same size physically in real life, but like one of the monitors, my main monitor, is like the regular, like, what is it, 1280 by 1080 or whatever it is, right? I think the other one, because it's like a smart TV, because, you know, I wanted the flexibility. I think this one is in like the 3000s or something. So every time I'm like switching between screens, it's rather inconvenient. To say the least. And so I open up OBS. OBS likes to open up on the main monitor. And so everything's like really squished together. You know, I get a whole bunch of pop-ups like, oh, this file, we can't find it, and like OBS has an update, gotta update it. I'm like, I'm not paying attention to this right now. I'm closing it out. I move it onto the other screen, but you know, everything's still kind of squished. I don't have like a very good view of like where all my scenes are, all the sources are. I think this might be how I have my OBS set up. Maybe I should consider something else. Especially because I track with an iPad. It's sitting right in the middle of both of my monitors. So it's like I have to move everything up really high. Like all the scenes and stuff on OBS. I wish I could show you. But you know, that way I can like see everything. Nothing's gonna be hidden behind the iPad. But as I try to move everything up, I completely screwed up OBS, man. Like everything was gone. Chat was gone. The activity feed was gone. The scenes were gone. The sources were gone. It was just a big feed of the scene itself. And I'm like, oh fuck! Like, what do I do? I was like scrambling in the last minute trying to figure it out. There's like dude, even like my settings, like the toolbar, everything is like really squished together. It doesn't say scene collection, it says in collectio. I don't have a help and I have stream elements. I have a help ream element. Well, either way, I was like looking up there. I was like, surely there's gonna be a solution. There is. They had a reset UI button, and that seemed to have kind of worked for the most part. But I had to like manually put the docs back in. The activity feed was still there, which is kind of useless to me because I don't think it gives me a real like time update of the activity. But the chat was gone. Sorry, I'm not used to like talking so much anymore. The chat was gone. So, you know, I dragged the dock over, but I couldn't like layer it where on top of the activity feed on the left side where I like it. It's far away on the right side, which I would say is like maybe at like 2.5 feet away from me at this point. I'm gonna be squinting looking at the chat. And I try to even put chat back on the screen too, but look! Why does it show up like this? I don't know what happened. I even tried to put it in with like the other like a different like, you know, one of the like coded like chat templates, I guess, like the chat box layouts are really nice ones. Even the fancy one, it showed up like this. It's been so long, I've forgotten how to stream. I'm not the only one having the issues. Okay, that's good. I figured maybe it's just better not to have the chat on the screen. You know, it's kind of a distracting big black box. So. Let me put up. Let's put this back here. Where's our sussy boom? Sussy boom's over here. Yeah, that way it's not so empty. Wait, let me... I wish I could move this over. Okay, okay, you know, I'll just make it really wide and then I'll make my screen really small. I mean, this is kind of comfortable if you get to see. Okay. Wow, happy Sunday, everybody. Did you miss me? Welcome, welcome. How about we start off by taking attendance, yeah? If you'd like to mark yourself present for today's Zatsudan stream, let me see some... let me see some fruits in the chat. I want to see some lovely, lovely fruits. Let me see your favorite fruits. I've been eating rather healthy now that I've started work. I would say... See, when's the last time we properly chatted? It has been before I had my first day, huh? Well, I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't want to go into too detail for this stream, but I would say I've been enjoying it so far. I've been really having a good I don't know. It's tiring for sure. I think I'm still getting used to like going out for like, I don't know. I feel like 12 hours out of my day is dedicated to work, you know? I wake up at like maybe 6:50. But that's just to be on the safe side in case I like take a long time to get ready. And then I go catch the train at like maybe like 8 a.m. And then I well, I guess I don't really have to leave the house until like 8:30, maybe 8:20 at the latest. But you know, I try to leave at like 8, and then I like take the train for like an hour, and then I walk for like 10 minutes to get to work, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm there, and I get to leave at like maybe... I've never stayed later than 5:30. Take the train back. I would say the only thing that I hate so far about it has been the weather. The weather has been absolutely atrocious. The entire first week, I had like my hair done and everything. The entire first week it rained. My hair barely lasted like 2 days. By Wednesday I was coming in, my hair was so frizzy. It was so embarrassing. And I was thinking like, oh, I could touch it up. I could like, you know, re-straighten it and stuff, but I don't know. I just couldn't. I was just like, well, you know, it's been so hot and humid, and like, I don't know, it's just been really sweaty, and especially when you're going downstairs to go catch the train, it's like so hot down there. I'm like, what's the point? My scalp's already so like, you know, gross. I just gotta wash my hair again. I need to buy a blow dryer. Then it'll be faster to wash my hair. My old blow dryer broke, and I didn't really think it was a priority to buy a new one, especially if I really wanted to get like a nice blow dryer. So I've been letting it air dry. That means hair wash day is a weekend affair. If I get a blow dryer, I could probably get it done in one day, but these last 2 weeks I've been having to tough it out with really frizzy hair. And I keep worrying that I look unprofessional, but it doesn't seem... Nobody seems to mind. Nobody said anything. And in fact, I think like my work seems pretty laid back. Everybody seems to be like rather fashionable with their outfits. Like it's not like a suit and tie kind of place, which I'm really happy about. Let's see. Oh, I'm not the only streamer having the issues. OBS update broke it. YouTube raids are also broken too. Everything's been falling apart. Well, damn. At least it's nothing on my side. I was like, damn, it's gonna be another thing I have to figure out before the next stream. But hey, you know, that's good for me. Good for me. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Papa. Hi, Andrew. Hello, Ray. Hello, Eric. And hello, Andrew again. Thank you guys for making yourself present for today's Satsudan stream. How's the vacation with the other chat that I've been seeing behind your backs? Oh yeah, I bought them ice cream. We went to the beach. We got to play catch. Yeah, we did all the fun stuff that I never did with you guys. So I hope you're very jealous. No, just kidding, just kidding. I thought about you guys a lot while I was gone. Yes, I have been working. I have been working. How about we talk about work a little bit first, and then we could talk about. I feel like a bulk of the things that I wrote down has been about the comedy show that I went to last week. I don't know. I'm still trying to think of like how much I want to tell you guys about work. It's not like it's anything special. I'm just there all day. How about we start off with what I think about it? I honestly, I really like it. I really like my job. I think the people that I work with are rather chill. I think my job itself, before I was working in marketing, and I don't know, because I didn't study it in school, I've always felt like I didn't know as much as anybody else. It just was kind of something that I wandered into. This job that I have now doesn't really have any like prerequisites like that. It's just like, hey, if you're an organized person and you know you could do things in a timely manner, you're good. I was like, okay, that seems like stuff that I could do. I remember the first day I was super nervous because I never walked into the office before. They didn't have me do that. They're just like, you know what, we like you enough, you're gonna start soon. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, I remember thinking like, okay, I don't really know what to expect because they might have me like, you know, I don't know if it's like super dressy. I should have asked in the email, but I didn't. I forgot to. But I didn't know like how much I should dress up. So I dressed up like, you know, like nice black pants and a white button up and bringing a blazer just in case. That's what I dressed up with some nice shoes. A nice, very like basic but good first day of work outfit. And when I showed up, everybody was just like super casually. I was definitely overdressed. But everybody was really nice and I got to know my coworkers. Nobody was like... It's like a very small team too. I think we probably have like 15 people in our office. And yeah, I think the first week went really well. And the second week I was pretty much acclimated. I was being very proactive and like trying to think of like notes and stuff that I could do beforehand. And I don't know, I felt like that started me off on a strong foot. It really is like the first day of school, now that I think about it. You just go there and you hope for the best. Well, actually, it's worse than the first day of school because you're going in as the new kid. And I think that's even worse than like everybody starting school on the same day. But I'm glad it's a really chill environment. I think my favorite part is that we get lunch delivered every day. So we don't have to worry about it. The company covers $15 of it. It's like this program. Like basically you could pick between 2 DoorDash orders. And it'll be like 2 like pretty good restaurants nearby. And you could pick. So we've been having like... It's been really good options too. Like a famous like Italian sandwich place and like sushi and like poke bowls and like honestly my last week's meals were kind of a mess, but yeah, I got like a $19 grilled cheese sandwich, but I was so focused on working that I ate lunch like an hour after it was delivered. I had grilled cheese sandwich and fries, and you know that's not something you want sitting around. It was pretty gross by the time that I ate it. I've been working at Publix. I hope Publix has been going rather well for you, Andrew. Speaking of dressed up, Boomi, I put that fan art as my background. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about that fan art so much. I would say my outfit was basically that, except I had a white shirt under. It's like some white shirt that I bought at Uniqlo. I think like the weekend before I started working, I was like, I need a white shirt. I don't think I have one. Yeah, if you haven't seen the fan art, you should definitely go check it out in our Discord. In the fan art channel. Discord, !Discord. Hopefully the bots didn't break while I was gone. That'll be sad. Well, if it did break, the link is in the description below. Okay, there we go. Hi, Nightbot! Yeah, that fan art made me look so cool. Man, with a single ponytail too? Maybe I'll look pretty cool with the single pony. I mean, yeah, after that first week of work, I was just kind of like... I was really tired. I was honestly not really looking forward to going to the comedy show, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I have to go. What am I gonna do? Sell my ticket? I'm not gonna do that. Have you guys ever heard of the comedy show called Kill Tony? Have you guys ever heard of it? I feel like I've never heard anybody talk about it, to be honest. I think it's like completely out of my personal demographic. I've never seen anything about it. Let me take a sip of water. No, it doesn't surprise me. I think it might be up and coming. They have it. Is it good? I think it really depends. I think it depends on like what you like. Okay, so let me explain this to you guys. I did a lot of prepping for this stream too, by the way. I don't have like a nice PowerPoint or anything, but I have all my notes organized so I don't get too distracted, and I have all my links pulled up already. Let me show you. So... oh, let's also change the BGM. Because I want to hear it too. Alright, let me know. Is this too loud? I wonder if I'm the first VTuber to talk about this show. I feel like the audience doesn't even overlap, and I don't think I wouldn't have heard about this show if it wasn't for my dad. Okay, so Kill Tony is a weekly comedy podcast and live show. Here it is. Yeah. Wait, here. Is this good? Is this good? Let me actually change my hair. There you go. I think that's better. Yeah, so it's a weekly comedy podcast hosted by I guess they don't really have his face on here, huh? This comedian called Tony Hinchcliffe. Have you guys ever heard of Tony Hinchcliffe before? I've never heard of him until this podcast. To be honest. I can't believe they don't even have his face. He's the host. What if we go to the oldest one? Well, even in the oldest ones, they don't have his face. He's this guy. He's this guy. Barely see him. It's okay. His face isn't important. It's not important. There's a comedy podcast hosted by this guy named Tony Hinchcliffe. He is... I think he is a comedy writer known for roasts. He's like a... like, you know the Comedy Central roast they used to have back in the day? I don't think they had one for... they had one for Tom Brady earlier this year, too. Was it Tom Brady? Yeah. It was Tom Brady earlier this year. They had one for him. I think he was like a writer on the Comedy Central roast. I don't really know. The only roast I remember seeing like the ads for them a lot, but I think my dad thought it was a bit too raunchy for me, even though I was like, I don't know, it was like middle school. Either way, the only one that I really remember watching as a family was the Justin Bieber one. Have you guys saw that one? I think that was like when the public opinion on Justin Bieber changed lately. So Tony Hawk isn't always on their show. I guess you could say he does look like Tony Hawk, right? Here, wait, let me show you his face. And maybe he only looks like Tony Hawk because he's like brown hair. No, he doesn't look like Tony Hawk at all. Tony Hinchcliffe. They only have a narrow face and they have brown hair. That's really the only... He looks like this guy. He looks kind of scary, actually. He looks like a ventriloquist, doesn't he? Well, either way, he has this comedy podcast. But I think that the show is even more popular on YouTube because, I don't know, I think there's like the visual element that makes it really fun. But yeah, here's how it works. So people, they sign up for it. It's basically like an open mic show. They sign up for the show before it starts and they get their name pulled randomly from a bucket. If your name gets pulled, you get 60 seconds to perform a set on the stage. So you have all different types of people, from people who've been doing comedy full-time for like a couple years, maybe part-time for a full couple years, or maybe they just started like 2 weeks ago, a couple months ago, or maybe like that set was the very first time that they've done comedy and they only wanted to do it because they thought, I like this show, it looks easy, let me try and be funny on stage. So you get like this whole range of people coming up to, you know, I guess basically catch their big break. You could think of it as like American Idol, but you're pulled from a bucket and everybody on the panel is Simon Cowell. That's how I would describe it. Tony Hawk was on the show once for a famous clip of some girl in the middle of the set going, holy shit, is that Tony Hawk? He does have like a lot of famous people on here too. I can't really think of one at the moment, but I mean, if you look through the videos, I mean, you can even see in the thumbnail so many. So yeah, after your 60-second set, you have like this whole interview portion with the panelists. The panel includes Tony Hinchcliffe. I was gonna say Tony Hawk. You have Red Band, who's like his sidekick, but he doesn't really say anything. I think he's more of the guy who does like the sound effects and stuff. But I don't think that he does a pretty good job at them, to be honest. Maybe because I don't know. I've always felt that the Kill Tony audience ranges on the older end. But I think that I probably just got that impression because my dad watches this show. I don't know. But if you had a good set, then you could get a big joke book. If you had an alright set, you could get like a little joke book. And then I think if you really suck ass, you don't get anything at the end. And then if you are really, really good, they offer you to come to like additional shows. So that's just kind of like where people catch their big break and stuff. You could be a regular on the show, or I think there's like a thing called a golden ticket. I don't really know much about it, but I think that golden ticket like lets you pick whenever you want to come back next. I think you get like, I don't know, you just be like, hey, I want to come on next week, and they'll be like, okay, you're a golden ticket winner, you can come on next week or something. I don't know. But they host the show in I think it's Austin, Texas, at the Comedy Mothership, which is a comedy club that Joe Rogan opened. I don't know. I didn't know Joe Rogan was a comedian. Does he do comedy? I thought he just did podcasts. I keep seeing this video recommended to me about Joe Rogan's comedy special being like a career ender. And I was like, oh no, that's sad. I feel bad for him. Ethan, hello, welcome. Did I watch American Idol? I don't really, actually. Do people still watch American Idol? I remember there was like a period where I would watch it a lot. What was it? Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground with the gold. Wait, was it? With the gold in your mouth, hat turned sideways, pants hanging down, walking like a cool cat walking downtown with your pants on the ground. I think when that, I remember seeing that live, and that gave me like a little bit of a high, because you know, you're going back into school and everybody's talking about the same viral video. That was kind of the era where like viral videos were, I don't know, something that everybody talked about, I guess. It was like mainstream news. Like, oh, have you seen Charlie bit my finger? But yeah, that's the last time I watched American Idol. I was trying to chase that pants on the ground high, but nothing could compare. He started as a stand-up comedian. I haven't heard many good reviews even from his fans. Yeah, for Joe Rogan started out as a stand-up comedian? There's no way. I thought he was, I always thought he was like a wrestler, and then I thought he went into podcasts, and then I thought maybe he like interviewed some funny people on his podcast, so he was like, oh, I'm gonna do comedian. No, wait, that's so sad that he... Well, at least he's famous still, right? I think he's definitely... He must have developed a hardcore fan base. Actually, was gonna say for him to keep going with his podcast, but I've been seeing his subreddit pop up because I've been on the Kill Tony subreddit, like looking at the stuff about the tickets for this. And I don't know, it seems like a lot of the people in his subreddit don't like him either. I see more comments disagreeing with him than agreeing with him. Well, anyways, yeah, they host the show, like a smaller version of the show at the Comedy Mothership, which is Joe Rogan's like comedy club. I guess even if he's not funny, at least he knows funny people, right? I think that they used to host the show in New York City, but then they moved it after COVID. I'm not really sure. I really, to be honest, like I don't know much about the show at all because I'm a pretty casual listener. As I mentioned before, my dad introduced me to the show. It was like during the pandemic. It was me, my mom, my dad. We were all working from home, and my dad, he likes to listen to things extremely loud when he's working and stuff, I guess. Here, actually, we don't need this up here anymore. I'm hide it. Oh. He was a mid stand-up, and that got him the job as the host of the... He was the host of Fear Factor? What? What? You're kidding. Fear Factor... You're kidding. He had hair? They're just not the same guy. What the fuck? You're kidding me. Wait, look at this, guys. Look at this chat. In here. Look at this. That's him? That's him? That's a completely different man. What the fuck? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Well. Well, what was I saying? Yeah. That's funny. That's so funny. I didn't know that that was him. Wow, what a crazy career this guy had. He lived many lives. Well, anyways, I was introduced to this show, Kill Tony, during the pandemic because it was like me, my mom, my dad, we're all working from home. My dad loves to like have things on in the background, like really loud. So loud. So sometimes it'd be like car YouTubers or like game ranks or something, or like new rock stars, or it would be the Kill Tony podcast. I think the Kill Tony podcast was like one of the ones he constantly had pulled up on YouTube. It basically became a routine every Monday for me and my mom and my dad to just sort of wander into the living room together with our work laptops and, you know, just listening to the podcast and hanging out together, talking about the jokes, because like I said, he either had seasoned comedians or like really amateur comedians coming up on there. So it was really fun to see who was laughing at what and stuff. And yeah, I think over the summer, I just kind of started picking it up again. I had like some free time and I was feeling a little bit homesick, nostalgic. I haven't been home since like, I don't know, Christmas. So I was just kind of like, you know, let me relive the good old days. How's the Kill Tony podcast doing? And apparently really good. They've been having some really viral episodes. They had a super duper viral episode about a month ago. Let me show you. They had it's this one. Well, we're not gonna watch it, but
New York City, August 9th. There are still some
I just wanted to show you the thumbnail, but I guess not. They had Shane Gillis doing a Donald Trump impersonation and Joe Biden impersonation being done by Adam Ray. I've only heard of Shane Gillis because he like hosted SNL a while ago. To be honest, I'm very like unfamiliar with comedians and like the comedy territory. So yeah, I think a lot of my introductions come to this show. But this was like a huge, it had 16 million views. This is like by far their most viral video. If you look here, their the videos most popular, their second most popular one only has 5.6 million views, and I guarantee it's because it's Post Malone, Joe Rogan. And the one most popular after that is Theo Von, who has been like, you know, pretty viral on TikTok. Like even I've heard of Theo Von before. But this one like broke the record. So this one, I think maybe this is where I've heard of the that they're doing the show, because I don't know. I don't think I was like listening to it that often. And it's not like I follow them on social media or anything. They might have talked about the show or something doing a tour, and I remember like texting my parents because I know that they love this show. I was like, oh, are you guys gonna be able to come in town? Maybe like all three of us can go together. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll see. So I was just like, okay. I kind of got myself hyped up, so I bought my ticket. But my mom and dad, like, they ended up not being able to make it because they had to go to work. So we weren't able. I had to go alone. I was stuck going alone. But I figured, like, you know what? I've been wanting to do more things by myself anyways. Like, if I don't go alone, am I just going to be sad that I didn't go at all? Like, I'd rather just go. And then maybe this could be a little bit of a treat for myself for starting my new job. It ended up being a nice treat. The day eventually came, and honestly I was like not having it at all that day, because literally all week they had like a show in I think Los Angeles the week before. Wait, actually let me do something real quick. Let me save this as a position. I feel like I don't want to keep getting so close to you. Is it embarrassing that I don't know, I get kind of embarrassed whenever I zoom up and I'm just kind of like, you know, like all up here, right? I think I should be... I think this is a respectable distance, isn't it? Let's see. Let's make this here. And then let me also do one here. Okay. Alright. Wait. Okay, here we go. This is better. But yeah, on the subreddit, all I saw was like people complaining about how ass the last arena show was in LA. Cause, you know, it's an open mic format. They're doing like a show for thousands of people, an open mic show for thousands of people. And of course, you're probably just gonna have people who aren't taking it seriously. Like they just want to be on their favorite podcast. So you just probably have like a lot of bullshit people getting picked and then having to do a set, and they just end up not being funny. And yeah, that's like a lot of the reviews that I saw on the subreddit. So going into the weekend, I was like, oh fuck, like am I wasting my money? I spent like maybe $150 on my ticket, but I got a really good seat. It was a really, really good seat. Because I was going by myself, so I figured why not. And on top of that, on top of the less than stellar reviews that I kept seeing about the LA show, was that there was no guest announcement on who the panelists were. So usually it's going to be Tony, Red Band, and then like 2, maybe 3 other comedian friends. And because it's an arena show, people are like speculating wild names to come and be on there. The people were like, oh, what if we get Larry David or like Jerry Seinfeld? Oh, wishful thinking, but you never know, kind of thing. And that would have been insane. We didn't get it that good, but but yeah, you know, I was getting a little bit worried because I was just kind of like, people were also speculating. I think Adam Ray did a Dr. Phil impression before. And I think that's what he ended up being on Friday. Once Friday ended up rolling around, people were saying that the Madison Square Garden show was one of the best episodes ever because they introduced the Legends Golden Bucket. So basically, these are like your famous, already established comedians that can get pulled at random. But I'll go more into that later. So I was like, okay, I was feeling a little bit like, all right, this could be like really good. Maybe Friday was a one-off thing, but if they're going with the same format, maybe they could like hone it and it'll be really better. Or it could be lightning in a bottle. Who knows? Maybe it might not be that good. And you know, they had Dr. Phil as the host yesterday, so who's gonna be like the guest panelist for today? Who knows? Hill, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. But yeah, so I was on a time crunch, and I think it's because I was just really moving really slow. The show started at 6. I ended up going to bed at like 3 a.m. that night just because it was my first weekend after work. I really wanted to stay up even though my body was really tired. I didn't want to go to sleep. I wanted to be rebellious and stay up till like 3:30 in the morning. But I ended up waking up at like maybe 11:30 or noon. Doors for the show open at 6. It takes me an hour to get downtown, so I was like, okay, I should leave at like maybe 4:45, maybe 5. The train at my stop, it's like very unreliable, so kind of have to add in a little bit of a buffer time. I started getting ready at 2 p.m., which you would think is a ton of time. But mind you, I am a girl. I was cutting it close. I was cutting it close by getting ready at 2 p.m. I had to shower. I had to iron my hair. I had to shower. I had to put on my makeup. I had to decide what I wanted to wear. And then I had to, like, you know, go over, commute, whatever. I ironed my hair and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a shower. I took a shower and then the humidity from the shower made my hair all frizzy again. So I had to go back, re-iron everything. That made me like really, really warm. So my roommate just threw the cat into my room. I wonder what the cat did. And you had to like re-iron my hair and everything. And then I was looking at Ticketmaster and the subreddit. Everybody was talking about like, do I have to print out the tickets? Because Ticketmaster's telling me that they're not going to accept digital tickets. I'm like, oh fuck. I didn't print out my tickets. I only have the digital ticket. What am I gonna do? So I'm here scouring on Reddit because Ticketmaster's telling me to print the tickets, even though the digital one's available. I know that this arena show is a no phone zone. They take your phone, they take your headphones, they take your smartwatch, and they put it in like this little magnetic pouch, so you can't get it until after the show ends, when you have like the pouch people to unlock it for you. So people were saying like, oh, you have to print your ticket because your phone is going to be locked up before you get into the show, and if you have a digital ticket, they're not going to be, they're not going to unlock your phone for you. So I was like, oh fuck, oh no, what am I going to do? I was panicking. I was scrolling through Reddit for answers, and half of them said digital was fine, half of them said it wasn't. One post that really pissed me off was they said that they went, I think they called the people at Madison Square Garden, and then they're like, oh, do I have to print it or is digital fine? He said, oh, digital's gonna be fine. And then the person also said, and then I asked if this is true. The guy said it's not true. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe I have like reading comprehension problems, but I thought that post was very confusing. Literally everything I saw was like 50-50. Yes, digital's okay. No, you have to print it out or else they're not gonna let you in. So I knew that I still had a printer from my old job that I could probably use to print stuff out. It's come in handy in a pinch. I knew that it was out of ink, but I thought maybe I could stretch it out a little bit, like just enough. I crossed my fingers. I was hoping for the best. I printed it and it comes out and it's like barely anything on there. It's just like chicken scratch. I'm looking, I'm like, okay, maybe there's like a FedEx or something that I can print nearby. Nope. I was like loading everything up, and then it said the next available date for pickup. I looked nearby my apartment and then nearby the arena, and both of them said that like the closest pickup date is Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. So my only other chance to print it out was to take an hour to go walk to the library. Well, I'm assuming an hour for this entire activity. Walk to the library, get a library card, and then print my ticket, pay for it, walk back, and then, you know, just fingers crossed, you know, just hope that everything is gonna be okay. I figured that's not worth it. I'm already running behind schedule. I took my chances and I'm like, I'm gonna go digital. I had prior experience to this too, because I went to Radio City Music Hall to go see Colin Jost and Michael Che, the guy from Weekend Update. And it was the same thing. It was like another no phone show. Ticketmaster said to print the tickets. So I like rushed and I went to CVS to go print the tickets on like the super nice like photo paper, like the glossy kind. And then I brought it over in the line. Like, granted, the physical ticket line is a lot shorter, but I brought it over to the line and the ticket ladies were like, oh, that's so cute. You printed out your tickets. I'm like, I thought I was supposed to. I was stressing out for a whole hour printing this out. So I figured like, okay, maybe I could rely on this prior like Ticketmaster experience that I had, and fingers crossed. But it was okay. It was okay. They let me in. I always take a screenshot. I added it to the Google Wallet. I didn't know you could do that. Just add it randomly. I think that's so convenient. I really like that. I added it to the Google Wallet. I screenshotted it. I saved the PDF. You know, I did everything that I could except for print it out. But it was fine. It was fine. They say digital is not okay half the time. People have a problem, but usually at the door they make it work. I also heard that like at the door, you can go up to the ticket booth if you've ordered with Ticketmaster, and they can print it out for you too. But I got lucky. Everything was okay. Yeah, the glossy one, because I think it was CVS. You could only use like the printer for photos. So I was like, fuck it, I need it. You know, I didn't want to miss out on Colin Jost and Michael Che. It did make a good souvenir though. I think I still have it somewhere, but I didn't do one for this one. Let's see. Yes, so I leave the house and it's like 5:30 p.m. You know, the doors open at 6. I'm way behind schedule. I'm leaving way later than I wanted to. But I know that they had an opening band, and people said the opening band usually plays for an hour. So I was like, okay, maybe if anything, I'll just miss like the first couple minutes. I think I'll be fine. Like, what? I'm already late. Like, what am I gonna do? Not go? Like, what else do I have? What other choice do I have? I head downtown, and oh my god, it's been so long since I've been downtown. I was so shocked by how crowded it was. I am like, damn, I know I live in the city, but holy shit, there's so many tourists everywhere. And on top of that, they're walking so fucking slow, bro. Walking so slow. I'm in a rush. I've been like rushing all morning. I'm in a rush. I'm trying to get there. I know it's like only around the corner, but everybody's walking slow. They're looking around at the buildings. They're taking pictures. They're like, ooh, ah. I'm like, I get it. We're by Times Square. It's everybody wants to be here, but like, goddamn, man. Let's get a move on. I got a show to get to. I'm walking here. The cat's trying to escape. He keeps clawing at the door. Let me see if he wants to leave. I accidentally dropped a thick packet of Post-it notes on his butt. Sorry, cat. My hair looks nice. Thank you. Thank you. Very bouncy and flowy, yeah? Let's see. So yeah, I arrive at the show. I think it's like an hour after doors open, but it's fine. I didn't have to wait too long. I think I was probably in line for like 15 minutes. It was like super duper fast. They lock up our phone and, you know, I head in. I'm like, okay, phone's locked up. I'm officially by myself. Because you know when you're alone, at least you have like your phone to look at things, you know, to check the weather app. When you're by yourself and you have no phone, well, it's not awesome. It's not. So I thought, okay, first things first, before I get to my seat, I am gonna get myself a drink. I need to loosen up the nerves a little bit. I walk up to the little bartending place. I do like a little lap around my section first, I guess my floor, just to pay attention to all the drinks and stuff that they had. And I figured, like, you know, I'm not a beer girl, so that already puts me in a bit of a pickle. They had like the twisted tea and like the neutral, like the vodka seltzers. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get that. It looks easy to get. Bro, $22. $22 for a can. Oh my god. I got two, and I got a water. But it did do the job. It really helped ease the nerves a little bit. I got the neutral first, and then I think I finished that like a third of the way into the show, and I had some water. And then my next bathroom break, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a twisted tea. I never had one of those before. They were really good. I actually really liked it, and it got the job done. It loosened me up a little bit. I didn't feel bad, not bad, but like I guess awkward about being by myself. I wasn't like overthinking. I was just able to watch the show and focus on the show. It was really nice. And I have noticed like a couple people behind me seem to have gone by themselves too. I think I was mostly surrounded by couples, and I think I mostly saw couples like go there. Well, I saw a couple of sugar babies too, or at least I assumed. I seen like two groups of like middle-aged men with like 4 young blonde, like literally like 9 out of 10s, maybe even 10 out of 10s following them. I was like, damn, man, I bet they smell good. Gonzo, welcome. You know, maybe I should put like maybe the current topic thing up here. Let's change this. I've returned. Talking about work and a comedy show I went to last week. Hopefully that's big enough. Can you see it? Can you read it? I gotta just make backstories for all the people in the audience. I was very perceptive to all the people that was sitting near me. Here, let me show you my seat. Let me show you my seat first. I bought my seat on like a reseller site, which I think was really good because, well, the shows were sold out. I think they said they kept being like, oh, this is our very first ever sold out Kill Tony show. Everybody's like, wow, they're like, New York, you're fucking awesome, wow, right? And let's see. Yeah, because I went alone, I had a really good seat because, you know, one person can't make it, nobody's gonna buy a single seat. Or at least there's not really anybody who would. So, but the 2 seats next to me were pretty empty. Oops. Here it is. So this is... What's it say? Wait, let me move this too. Move this down here. Okay, so this is row 2, so section 106, row 2, seat 1. I was in row 2, seat 9, so I think I was like a little bit down here. I had a really good seat, man. I could see everything. I think I had a better seat than some of the people sitting in here. At the show, it was all chairs. It was all chairs up to here. You had the band playing. Oh wait, you can't even see. Wait, I thought I could see my cursor. You couldn't. So I think my seat was around here. It was all chairs up here. Now let's zoom in. Don't allow ads. Why do I need ads on this website? What are you trying to sell to me? They had a band playing on this side. The comedian will stand up over here, and then you have like the whole panel right over here. And I was sitting. I was sitting like around on this side. Pretty good seats. Pretty good seats. There's a guy sitting in front of me. I think he came with his girlfriend. He was so excited to be there. Oh my god. He kept being like, babe, this is so cool. He looked like your typical like like your typical like meathead Gen X tough guy. He was like so excited to see like the stage lit up in red. Wait, let me show you the logo. Let me show you the logo real quick too. If you saw it on my Twitter, then you've seen it before. But this is what I saw when I was walking up over there. So you have like the whole stage has like this red, like that's their color, this red color. You have the band playing, they have the light shining in red, and then like on the jumbotrons, it all had like this red logo and stuff on there. Guy in front of me, this typical like meathead Gen X like looking dude. He was bald. He had like the black t-shirt, like the super tight black t-shirt and like the gold chain. Big meathead fella, and he was so into it, man. He was fanboying so hard. He was like telling his girl, like, I'm so happy, man. This is so fucking cool. I love you. I love you. And anytime like somebody came up on the stage or like somebody he was really excited for, he had like these like really big silver rings, and he was banging them on the metal bar in front of him, like ding 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 ding. He's screaming, whoa. I would definitely say I'm like more of a casual listener. Everybody that they brought out, I wasn't like, I don't know. Oh, I'll get into it. But yeah, I come back from getting a drink. You know, I am looking around at the people sitting near me. I think there's a couple next to me. There's like two empty seats next to me too, but nobody ended up coming over there. There's like a big group further down. Behind me, oh my god, behind me was this girl. I thought she was just like maybe spaced out or something, but oh, I came back and I noticed there was chunks on the seat next to me, and I heard this lady sitting next to the girl being like, oh, is she okay? Is she okay? And her boyfriend's like, oh, I guess she might be a little drunk. She might have had a little bit too much to drink. I heard him saying like, oh, you want to go home? You want to go home? Are you ready to go home? They left, bro. They left. I think she threw up on the seat next to mine. I was like, I could have sworn there were no chunks here before, because I remember looking at the seat like, oh, it's still empty. This is probably like the 30 minutes maybe into like the actual show after the opening act. And yeah, I felt bad. I remember thinking, looking at the seats like, oh, my parents could have sat here. Wait a second, what is that on the, like, is that chunks? When they announced the opening band, they were like, a friend from the show, all the way from Akron, Ohio. And I was like, oh my god, Akron, Ohio? Like, no way they got a LeBron James to come. But it was actually a band called the Black Keys. Have you guys ever heard of the Black Keys before? A lot of people were going crazy, and I heard the Black Keys being mentioned in the subreddit. I was like, I don't know who they are, like, but I don't know who a lot of people are, so I was like, whatever, like, I'll find out. And then they started playing this song, okay? Once I heard this song, I was like, oh my god, I know the Black Keys. I know who the Black Keys are. You haven't listened to them in years? Okay, if anybody is uncultured like me and they're unfamiliar with the Black Keys, allow me to show you real quick. Okay. When they played this song, I was like, oh, that's the Black Key. This is like listening to like Smash Mouth in real life for me. I'm like, oh, that's a commercial song, guy. Let me tell you, it was kind of wild to hear this in person. Da 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 da. That cracked me up, man. What is this? My Little Pony? What is that? Pinkie Pie? Rainbow Dash?
go with it. In the
Anyways. Anyways. So that was cool. That was cool. Like, even if I don't know who somebody is, I don't know. I find it fun. Like, if I recognize, like, the fact that they made this iconic commercial song, like, that elevated the experience for me. Like, no way, those guys. Of course, the Black Keys, of course. Boomi is a brony. Hell yeah, bro huff. But yeah. There was like a whole bunch of people who were like really big fans of the show. I think the show definitely felt like a love letter to like the show's format, because the show started in 2013, so it's been on for 11 years. And I think it just recently started getting up steam and like traction and stuff. But like this whole show really felt like a love letter to like all the fans and stuff. Lots of regular guests, like people who they really enjoyed pulling from the bucket over the years. So lots of regulars, lots of big name comedians whose names I've heard of. But like I said, I'm very casually into this kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard your name before. That's it. I was definitely like not as excited as everybody else, but I think this is the kind of thing that you want to experience live. I think if I watched this on like a live stream or something, I probably would have been like, oh wow, that's neat. But being there and like seeing everybody else being so happy, because it could have been because I was like in a good section too, because being so up close, you're really there with like the big fans. So seeing everybody be so happy to see all these names come up on stage and just having a good time, like I don't know, I thought it was really wholesome. Even if I didn't really know everybody or everything, I had a good time regardless, seeing everybody else have a lot of fun. Yeah. Hi, Deluxe. Hi. Hello. Also, hi, Coyote. Hello. Welcome. I'm just here talking about a comedy show I went to last weekend. Yeah. Let's see. Let me talk about a little bit of the memorable moments. So I can name drop a couple of people that I saw. Okay, so we saw the first panelist that came out was this comedian called Dave Attell. I probably heard of like some of these names. I probably heard like a set. I'm sure that if I were to listen to like their most popular sets, I might be familiar, because my dad, he is pretty into comedy, kind of. I think like I said, he's the one who introduced me to the show, but I know that when we go on these really long road trips, he always listened to the Comedy Central radio, or what was it? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud radio on Sirius XM. We'd be listening to that on the road trips, and like, you know, I'm pretty good at staying up, so I'd usually try and stay up with him while the rest of the family like went to sleep on the road trip, so I'd be up listening to it with them. Did the name stick? Not necessarily, but I would try and listen with them, so Keto Ranke, hello, welcome guys. So yeah, Dave Attell came out, and I think they usually just kind of introduce the panelists, like to do a panelist and then maybe a bucket pool or whatever. Dave Attell came out, and then we got Adam Ray as Joe Biden come out. They played do 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 do, and we're like, oh my god, no way, we got a Joe Biden, like, you know, because his video Biden impression went viral, like, you know, like a couple weeks ago at that point, like 2 weeks ago at that point, like, what, no way, blah, blah, blah. They had a few more comedians in between, and then dun dun dun, you get some boss music starting, and they have like the sparklers on the stage. You get another da 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 da. No way! You get Shane Gillis as Donald Trump coming out from the backstage. The crowd goes even more wild. We know that we're in for a good show. We're getting the very viral Trump v. Biden Part 2, which is especially, I think, something that I was like really excited for at the time, was because the first one was filmed like right before you know, that very crazy weekend for American politics. So this pairing was ripe for new comedy, which I guess in hindsight, it was kind of like, oh, of course they would do like some more political satire after all this time. Just can't have like that video go super viral and then just not go back to this pairing. Like, why not go back to this pairing and do it on the biggest stage that they've ever done it on? So I guess it makes sense. We should have seen this coming. I don't know what the people who were throwing out Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. How could I forget his name? I kept trying to say Curb Your Enthusiasm. And that's his legal name, by the way, if you didn't know. But yeah. So yeah, they came out. But honestly, I feel like the panelists on this night wasn't as active as I felt that they have been when I like watched them on the VODs. I just kind of chalked it up to maybe it was being the arena show. But when I looked at the Reddit after, a lot of people were saying like, oh yeah, night two felt like a little bit rushed. The pacing was off. Like they said that the Friday night show, which I haven't seen yet, was like by far like superb. But I still enjoyed it. It was very casual. They had like their comedian. It felt like a comedian friends hanging out. But yeah, they used the legendary or the Legends Golden Bucket or something. So this is where in between all of the amateurs, they pull it out and you get a established comedian, famous comedian, friend of the show, to you know, give their set in an interview. They do the same thing. They're probably hungover. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, that would, I wouldn't put it past them. I know like one of their regulars, I think he's like this Estonian comedian. His name is Ari Matti. When he came out, he was like, yeah, I'm super hungover from last night. And I was like, oh, I wonder where they're gonna go tonight. I didn't find out, but I'm sure that they must have had a lot of fun. Okay, so they pulled out the people from the Legends bucket. So they have like all of their comedian friends in the green room. So after every like regular bucket pool, they'll do a regular bucket pool and then a golden bucket pool. Regular and golden. I think there's probably like 10 each. Show was about 2 hours. I wish I could name all the comedians who came out, but like I said, I'm a very casual comedy fan, so I didn't recognize a lot of them, but I'm sure I remember like afterwards, because I would keep getting this stuff recommended to me because I was doing like a little bit of research preparing for this, so I wouldn't be completely blind going in. I did see like a lot of the names pop up on like other podcasts and like, you know, within the other discussion topics and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's the person I saw. Okay, that makes sense. And you know, they definitely were pretty established. But the people that I did recognize, okay, you have Jeff Ross. I was like, oh yeah, he's the bald guy from the old roasts, and I think he always like crossed the line and people didn't like him or something like that. I remember he was bald and he looked like a baby, but he gave a set. I don't really remember what he said. But they also brought out Pauly Shore. Do you guys know Pauly Shore? I think this might be a generational gap because I only know him. I only know him from two things, okay? I only know him from being Gay Pinocchio and from being Bobby from a Goofy movie. You guys know Gay Pinocchio? So, you know, he was like a big meme, so I was pretty into it. You know, I was like, oh my god, no way. I could see Gay Pinocchio in person. I don't really remember what he said though.
What about my dream?
You have a dream?
Yes, Tybalt, I have a special, most treasured dream. It's just me. Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see. Thank you, Daddy. Here's Pinocchio.
Mamma mia! It wouldn't buy!
Another boy.
Yeah. Pauly Shore, let's go. What I really loved him in was the Goofy movie. That was my favorite. Woo, Cheddar Wizzy, or whatever he said. What is it?
Bobby! Wow, look, all this is for us?
Slurpage.
Slurpage.
Oh, this is gonna be so great, man.
Dude, need fundage, bro.
Oh, your feet. Yeah, right here.
Cheddar!
Oh!
Cheddar Wizzy!
Oh my god, I love this character so much. He was my favorite part of a Goofy movie too. I wanted to eat cheese out of a can so bad like that. But then when I actually tried it on a cracker, I was like, oh god, this is disgusting. How did Bobby do that? How did Bobby do that? Cheddar Wizzy! Woo! So even though I like don't know who Pauly Shore is, like as a comedian and stuff, I was really happy that I got to see the voice actor behind Bobby, whatever his last name is, and Gabe Pinocchio in person. I don't remember the jokes he told either, but I remember like Tony was mad glazing him because I guess so I was listening to a podcast. I was listening to a Theo Von podcast. I've been really into podcasts lately because, you know, commuting to work, it's very convenient. Sometimes you're not in the mood for listening to music. Sometimes you want to like watch a YouTube video, but it's hard to be like watching a YouTube video. You can't lock your phone unless you got premium. So I've been listening to podcasts. But I didn't know he was like his parents were in comedy. So yeah, Tony was like mad glazing him. He's like, yeah, your mom gave me my first shot in comedy at her comedy club and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I was like, oh, okay, so his parents were famous. I see. And then I learned he did like a lot of movies in like the 90s and 2000s. He was like on MTV or something. Completely missed that in my generation. But hey, at least he touched my heart by Cheddar Wizzy. The Leaning Tower of Chiza. But they did bring out one comedian that I did recognize and I was extremely excited for. Can you guess? What should I do? Let's see. I'm gonna do this picture to reveal. Da 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 da. No way. I saw tonight's Biggest Loser himself. When they're like, and now presenting Sal Volcano, I was like, oh, no way. Let me tell you, I have a history with Impractical Jokers, okay? Not deep history, but I remember watching the premiere episode of that show because they had like the commercials running on True TV, and I saw the promos, and at the time, I was in the 8th grade, and my science teacher looked just like him. We'll call him Mr. Laboratory. Mr. Laboratory was a huge fucking liar, dude. I think he got a kick out of I don't know, messing with his students, I guess. He did end up teaching at, he ended up teaching at my high school, and he only lasted a year before, I don't know, he got fired or something. I don't know. We never found out why. But I remember when he told us that he was going to be, he's like, I'll see you guys next year in the 9th grade. I was like, what? He's lying. I did not believe him all summer. I don't think anybody believed him until we actually saw him at the doors greeting us, because he would lie to the class all the time. One time that he lied, this is the reason why I thought he was on Impractical Jokers. I never put it by him to, like, I don't know, be mysteriously Sal Volcano in costume or something. Because one time he told us that, like, oh, if you put your diamonds in tap water, like the chemicals in them will make the diamonds disintegrate. Everybody's like, what? No way. And he's like, yeah, never put your mom's diamonds in tap water, like take a bath with them. He gave like this entire scientific explanation. I remember he was doing like formulas on the board, talking about like the chemical reactions and blah blah blah. Of course, we're 8th graders. What the fuck do we know? Everybody believed us. Everybody believed him. Like, we were so skeptical, but he did such a good job at convincing us. He even told like a personal anecdote about when he was a child, he disintegrated his mother's diamonds. And we believed him the entire class, like for an hour. He talked about that for like the first 10, 15 minutes. Went on to teach us for the rest of the class. You know, that's just sitting there in the back of your head. As the bell rang, he's like, oh yeah, remember that thing about the diamonds earlier? That was BS. Have a good day. So, you know, I had to watch Impractical Jokers when I saw the commercial. The commercial's real. Sorry. Let me drink some water. I'm getting excited. The commercials, like, you know, this is before commercials are like really uploaded onto YouTube and stuff. You see it on TV and that's it. You gotta wait until it's on TV again. But it was like, the quality wasn't that good. I was like, he looks a lot like Mr. Laboratory. I don't know. So I had to watch the premiere. I thought it was still really funny. I realized it wasn't Mr. Laboratory. They look like each other at a glance, but like when you're really looking at them, you're like, oh yeah, they're obviously different people. But I did end up really liking the show, and especially tonight's Biggest Loser. I was so excited to see him. I was like, what? No fucking way. No fucking way. When I tell you, this is one of my favorite pictures of all time. Sal couldn't get his clothes on in time for the children. Wait, Sal couldn't get his clothes on in time before the children were released into the room, making him a registered sex offender and tonight's Biggest Loser. You probably can't even hear the boo. Let's get the BGM back on. I just realized it's not even on. Fuck academic journalism, am I right? I think my teacher kind of looked more like this picture than he does in the other Sal picture. He looked like a skinnier version of this, I guess. I don't know. I was really excited for that, at least. That was like the first thing that I texted everybody after the show ended. I was like, I saw Sal Volcano. I saw tonight's Biggest Loser. Like, I saw Sal Volcano. There were a lot of whispers of him being like one of the guest panelists. So I was like, I really had my fingers crossed. I had a feeling that maybe he'd be there, but like by the time they started doing the Legends bucket and like I got settled into the show, completely forgot about it. Because, you know, they like to have people who are icons, comedy icons of the city that you're in. And like, of course, Sal's been on the show before. He's been on Kill Tony before. There's another comedian named Ari Schaefer. Have you guys ever heard of him? Ari Schaefer. I only heard of him because people were complaining about him in the subreddits. Calling him not funny. He came up, he like literally interrupted the show. I think somebody handed him a mic or something. Tony was like, this is not a planned interruption, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, I don't know, who knows? He was wearing a nice little suit and stuff. They had the firecrackers go off, the sparklers or whatever. And apparently at a previous show, he showed his entire dong. Like, I think in real life. So once he got on stage, Tony was like, hey man, you can't be showing your dong on the stage. The Guardian said this is a dong free zone. We're gonna get fined $100,000 if you show your dong on the stage. And I think especially because they're recording this professionally, they had like the the very nice camera. They had even like the guys with the cameras on the audience too, getting like close-ups. I think if you were to see clips from the show, it looks very professional. I was surprised. I was like, oh damn, like I was there. But yeah, he was like, it's a dong-free zone. But Ari's looking at the crowd and he's like, well, I mean, the crowd's cheering me on. I don't think I really have a choice. And this is at the point where I noticed that he has a very noticeable bulge in his pants. I'm just like, is he is he getting a boner about the thought? Like, is this like voyeurism for him? You know, like why is there like such a large it was completely noticeable. I was like, why is that there? Why is that there? It was there the entire time that he was on stage, the entire time that everybody was like cheering him on. Show your dong, show your dong. And Tony being like, you can't show your dong, we're gonna get charged like 100 grand, blah blah blah. And he does. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. He does. He pulls out this really long floppy wiener. It's like a hot dog, like a Costco hot dog size. But he doesn't just pull it out and flop it out. He literally pulls it out of his pants. Plot twist, it's a fake dong. He pulls it out of his pants and he throws it out into the crowd. Some lucky audience member got his warm wiener thrown at them from across the stage. And that's not the only dong he has. He has a couple more in his suit pockets. He throws those out into the crowd. And I don't remember how they landed on this. This is probably the raunchiest part of the show. He pulls down his pants a little bit too. I think because maybe we're like, oh, it's a big dong. Oh. He's like, oh, well, you want to see a real thing? And he pulls down his pants a little bit. Underneath his pants, he has a taco. If he was throwing out his wieners, he had a taco under there, very large taco. Very obscene taco. I don't even know what is it for, now that I think about it. Because it was like under his pants. I don't know, like, is it a prop? Like, where do you buy something like that? Is it like supposed to be used, or is it like a prop? Is it like a joke gift? I don't really know. But as he's showing it off, because it's underneath his boxers, but you know, the boxers are pretty loose. You can see a little bit of extra wrinkly skin, if you know what I mean. As soon as it was pointed out, you had to be like, oh, he was like, oh shit. And let's see. They introduced out another guy saying, his name is, what's his name? Joe Holtzman. Have you guys ever heard of Joe Holtzman before? Apparently, a lot of people also don't think he's funny. And maybe it's just the subreddit. Maybe people on the subreddit are just like, I don't think anything's funny. They like to complain about it, but I don't know. To me, it's like, if it's just something to make you laugh, I don't think it has to be taken so seriously. We don't have to discuss why something's not funny. If it's not funny, just don't laugh. But they had him come out and he made a joke that made so many people groan. It was such low hanging fruit, but I think that's just like his style of comedy. So he goes up on stage and he's like yapping too. He's yapping about Billy Joel living at Madison Square Garden. I'm like, this is what I mean when I don't know people. I don't think I've heard a Billy Joel song in my life. It's just not my demographic. It was before my time. And he was just ratting on him for like, I don't know, it felt like 5-10 minutes. Oh, Billy Joel always doing the show at Madison Square Garden, blah 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 blah. And then he was kind of like bombing a little bit. So he's like, you guys want to see my impressions? You want to see my Robin Williams impression? I'm sure you can guess where that went. Not good. So in the back, you start to hear people like booing him. They're groaning. They're like, oh, wait, that's not the right. They're booing him. They're like, oh, you fuck it. And they're like, they didn't say fuck you, but they were kind of dogging on him. They weren't laughing too much. The panelists had like very like, oh, groaning kind of reaction. And he's like, what? Too soon? He said he did another sewer unalive. I know YouTube's sensitive about this. They did another joke like that too. Or he did another joke like that too. I forgot who it was. But yeah, after that, like the crowd like really started booing. But I read on the subreddit that it was a misunderstanding. I think maybe like the general vibe was that people weren't really vibing with his joke, but then, you know, the booing was a perfect storm. Let me show you. So I saw this in the subreddit and I was like, oh, no way, this is the real story. So this is the panel's react. Oh wait, maybe I can hear the joke. Wait, let me close out of that. Oh wait, no, maybe not. This is I got jebaited, sorry. I got jebaited. I saw the play button. Either way, you know, groaning. Just, oh, come on, man. The faces of reactions, right? Like nobody, Well, this person said, yes, the set was at the Saturday Madison Square Garden show. They did the shtick again, and it was lovely. Apparently, it wasn't just Holtzman. A lot of the boos came coincidentally at a time when someone in the audience hummed a beer bottle and another part of the crowd and hit someone. I was in that section. Everyone was booing the guy getting ejected. So that boo came in at the same time as everybody like not feeling Holtzman's joke, and it just sort of resounded into everybody in the audience booing Holtzman off the stage. He kind of left like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, come on. I think maybe I'm making that up, but I think he was a little grumpy when he left the stage. He was like, oh, come on, is that too far? Whatever. But like I said, I've been listening to the Theo Von podcast. On the episode he had with Polly Shore, they're mentioning Holtzman, and I was like, oh, that's the guy that got booed off the stage. I remember him. And they're talking about like how his humor was always like, you know, something that got people to walk away from his sets. Like they mentioned the time that he was doing a set and like these teachers got really mad at him, so he, you know, just kept edging them to like leave. You know, that was kind of his thing to do. And then they also mentioned that like a Zoom funeral for one of their friends, like their comedian friends, they were all doing a funeral on Zoom, and Holtzman kept blurting out at inopportune times, I guess inappropriate times, he had AIDS or whatever. But like, you know, that was his group of friends, so they all got it. And they all, you know, laughed and stuff. So they're like, I can see why people will be offended by his joke, but that's just his humor and it's not for everyone. That kind of stuff. So are you gonna put the show on your taxes? You're talking about it on stream. Could I do that? Oh my gosh. I should do that, huh? Maybe I'm gonna start a note on my phone for things that I should write off for taxes. Taxes. Okay. Kill Tony show. I'll put that down. Save the receipt. I have it somewhere. I have it somewhere in my email. I'll download it after. Oh, I should label it. I should definitely label it. Because of work, I've been super into like, I don't know, like Google Calendar organization and like labeling my inbox. That's the kind of stuff that I do. Making Excel spreadsheets. I think that's why I like my job. I like being organized. But yeah, I think overall, I really had fun at this show. I thought it was really fun. Like I said, I saw a couple of pirated clips online, and the show looks so professional, looks so much bigger in person. And I think it's because I was near the front, I really couldn't see the scale of how big it was. Like, I knew there was a lot of people there, but I don't know, I was kind of self-conscious about just like, you know, looking around the crowd. So I didn't do that too much. I didn't want to stare at anybody. But it felt like a lot of people were there, but like you just don't really notice the scale until you see it in like a professional production. When I saw the pirated clips of the video, I was like, holy moly. I was there. I was part of that. We had a camera guy. He came up to me and I made eye contact with him for a second. I quickly looked away and I saw him. He was like staying in front of my row recording. So I was just kind of like, you know, trying not to look out the corner of my eye. I was just trying to focus straight on the show. Because I don't know. I I assume that maybe in that half a second that we made eye contact, maybe we weren't like, you know, we were on the same page. He knew that I didn't want to be recorded, but he was still standing in front of my section, so I was just kind of like kind of scared to make eye contact with the camera, just in case. But I finally gained the courage to look over, and he wasn't recording me, thankfully. Thankfully, he caught my non-verbal message. He was recording the super excited Gen X guy that was standing in front. The guy was like, whoa! There's this other girl, in the beginning. She was on camera a lot. She was getting recorded a lot. I guess she had big boobs or something. I don't know, because she was. I thought she was gonna flash the camera for a second. Either way. Once if you guys are interested, I could share the full link on Discord when the show is up. I think they're gonna upload this onto YouTube. I think there's usually like a backlog of like 2 or 3 weeks, so it should be on YouTube like anytime soon. I think, but it's an arena show, so I don't know if they do it differently. But if it comes up on YouTube, I could post the Discord link if you guys are interested in seeing something like this. I don't know. I do think that the humor is like a little bit more mean-spirited, though. I think this is like, at least from what I see in the subreddit, like, you know me, I love SNL. I think SNL is so fun. It's wholesome. I think it has like a lot of like artistry and stuff. I think of SNL is more like left-wing, like theater kid type of vibes. This is like, you know, the enemies to lovers counterpart to SNL. I think, at least in the subreddit, like everybody's just like, yeah, fuck SNL. This is so much funnier than SNL. SNL doesn't know what they're missing when they fire Shane Gillis and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh gosh. For something that's just supposed to make you laugh, I think it's really funny how seriously people take it. I should do a comedy show. Oh man, I wish I don't think I could be funny on purpose. That's the thing. But I don't know. I have been interested in like seeing all these people do their 60-second set, especially because there's people who went up and they're like, oh yeah, like I just started this like literally 1 minute ago. Seeing people who have like zero experience in comedy going up and giving it a shot, I think it makes me want to be like, oh, you know, you never know if you're good at something until you try. Or even though I just have like a passing interest in it, like I just want to see like what goes into making a good joke. Just learning a little bit about it. I wouldn't mind doing it. I don't know if I could be... I think my biggest fear is not being funny. My mom says I have a bitter sense of humor. And, yeah, I'm worried that might not resonate with people, what I find funny. It's like when you play Cards Against Humanity, right? And you have like a joke that you think like, oh, this is gonna kill. And then you put down your cards and then nobody laughs at it. I feel like I've had that happen to me more times than I'd like to admit, if not every turn. So, but yeah, I do have work tomorrow. I am still trying to figure out how I want my stream schedule to be. But I would say last week I have been feeling like less tired coming back from work, so I apologize if there's gonna be another late schedule, because I don't know, like some days, especially like the last 2 weeks, it's just been deadly hot. Not deadly hot, but you know, exaggeration. It's just been awful, you know. I come home and like my body is tired, I've been sweating, I gotta shower immediately, and yeah, so I'm thinking we'll probably just keep it to like twice a week, maybe like a 1 hour stream and then like a longer stream for like a playthrough. So like Gay Tony we might do soon. I think at the latest Gay Tony will be September 1st. This has just been a busy month for me, so I apologize. We have to wait like a whole month before we can get to Gay Tony. But I have Anime NYC this weekend, so I have to focus on that. Oh wait, so when am I gonna stream this week? Maybe I'll do a Twitter space. I don't know. Wait, now that I think about it. I'm hoping that by the end of this year, though, I'm gonna get like a lot more used to the schedule. I think just right now, you know, I've been going from literally doing nothing all day, every day for the past like 6 months to, you know, being outside for 12 hours of the day, walking 5 miles a day, like all of that kind of stuff, you know? And so I think, you know, it's a big adjustment for me right now, but I'm hoping that by the end of the year, it's going to be something that I'll get more used to. So I'll be able to sprinkle in a little bit of streams throughout the week instead of just putting it towards the weekend. I really do think that the weather is like a big factor in it, though. I think the weather, it's just been too hot. Like going down into the train, I'm like, oh my god, I feel so gross by the time I get to work. It feels awful. It feels so awful. I don't know how people do this. But let's see. What I know that for sure we have a karaoke, lucid karaoke stream coming up this Wednesday. Just be on the lookout for any tweets or Discord posts about it. I guess I know that like my schedule is like a little bit more sporadic this month, so I'm gonna try and be sure to like remind you guys on Discord and YouTube community for these things when they come up. Like I said, I do have Anime NYC this weekend. I thought maybe it'd be fun if we could come up with a bucket list, not a bucket, like a scavenger hunt. A scavenger hunt that I can do. What do you guys think? Maybe we could save this for another stream. I could stream. Wait, let me look at my calendar. My schedule's kind of full. Okay, let's do it now. Let's do it now. It's a busy week. It's a busy week with this coming up. I'm kind of worried that like by going to Anime NYC, I'm gonna be like, oh man, like it's not gonna feel like I had a weekend. You know what I mean? As excited as I am to go, I know I'm gonna be doing so much walking. I'm gonna be doing so much socializing, and then after that, I have to go back and go to work. You're kidding. Okay, alright, let's see. So, for a scavenger hunt, let me open up. Maybe I'll just put it on Microsoft Paint for now. Let's change the topic too. Anime NYC scavenger hunt. There we go. Okay, alright. And then let me just window capture and MS Paint. Can you see it? What is that? Is that MS Paint? No, it ain't. Is that MS Paint? That's not MS Paint. Okay, well, fuck that. It's okay. I got it. We'll do a notepad website or something. I'll just pull it up. Let's pull it up on Canva. Let me do that. We'll do a whiteboard. Yeah! Canva. There we go. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Alright. So, I did have a couple of ideas I just kind of had like a loose list, and then I just threw it into ChatGPT. I was like, can you like just make a couple more ideas? Some of them I don't like, so some of them make me a little bit nervous. I told them to come up with 30 ideas, but I just kind of wanted like, you know, something to get our mind going, you know, to help kick off the brainstorm. So the first one that they have is to number 1. Can you see it? By the way, is this too small? Let me know. Should I bold it? Number 1 is take a photo with someone cosplaying as your favorite anime character. I think we should have like a character in mind instead of just favorite. Should we have a VTuber? What kind of VTuber should we do? Oh, I want to do as. Or should I do like my favorite VTuber? Or okay, let's come up with one together. What kind of cosplayer would you guys like to see? Here, let me actually... Should I put down all 15 or all 30 on here? I told it to spit out 30, but that's because I knew that some of them would be a dud. But I was hoping that, as I learned in high school, no idea is a bad idea. Everything is gonna help you get to your destination, so... Why does it look like that? Okay. It's the one we're looking at. Take a photo with someone cosplaying as your favorite anime character. All life is meeting up, so you'll find a VTuber cosplayer for sure. You know, how about we take a photo with someone cosplaying as... Should we do a full Moko one? An Iron Mouse one. Okay, let's do Iron Mouse. As Iron Mouse. Okay. We could have some repeats on here too. We could do like a couple different ones. Find a rare or limited edition piece of merch from a specific anime series. This one I was like a little bit less confident about because I don't really know what's like a rare merch. But if we're able to twist this in some way, I don't know. I think for this one, let's just kind of put it on the side for now. We might come back to it. Who knows? Let me make this like a little bit less. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Okay, get a picture with a giant anime figure or statue on display. When I went last year, I didn't really do like a lot of looking around though. I wasn't really searching for anything like this. But I did not see anything giant like that. But there were dioramas. I do remember seeing dioramas. Hololive Justice first con appearance, Mio Fubuki 2 plus phase, and always mint. Yes! Yes! It was actually a wild trip to get like a phase connect for their live. To get an email about that in my normie email inbox. Even though it's like my worlds colliding, I don't know, it was still like, whoa. Phase connect mentioned? Dub? Let's see. Maybe instead of a giant anime figure, how about we get a picture with a, what about with your favorite anime display? So I guess I'll find a favorite diorama and then I'll take a picture with it. Maybe something like that. Maybe. We're gonna narrow this list down anyways. Let's see. Collect a signature from a voice actor or guest attending the convention. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think you have to sign up for that ahead of time. So what I thought was maybe get a signature from... I was thinking like a random person. I don't know. Oh, wait, what if there's like other VTubers attending? Oh, wait, maybe another VTuber? Get a signature from another VTuber attending the convention. Maybe that might be nice. Oops. Make that pink. And make this pink. Photo. Yeah? There'll be another VTuber 100%. I would say get a business card somehow. I don't have. Oh, wait. Oh, not about my business card. You know, now that I think about it, I should have gotten more. I wasn't thinking about that. Participate in a mini... Okay, I am not doing that. Or I could be the picture taker. But I don't have a cool camera. It doesn't matter, right? As a photographer... Maybe I could do that. In the cosplay photo shoot area? How about ask a question in the panel? Oh, I know that it's on the list somewhere. Let's see. I thought that one was a good one too. Oh, here it is. Participate in a panel Q&A session and ask a question. I think there's like some panels that are like super popular that you have to reserve for. I don't remember there being a whole lot of panels at last year's one, but I think that they wanted that to be another focus for this year. But I'm sure it's doable. I'm pretty sure it's doable. Okay, let me do that. Panel Q&A. And ask a question. Oh, I hope I can do it. I want to narrow the list down. I want to narrow it down to 15, so I could try and do 5 each day. But Friday, I have to go after work, so I don't know how much time I'm gonna squeeze out of Friday. I don't think I'll get there until like 6:30, maybe 7, if it's still gonna be going on. I don't know, we'll see. The lineup is stacked and East Coast is lacking. I don't really follow like the voice actors and stuff anymore. But when I went to West Coast conventions, I remember because we were like pretty close to Japan where I was living. So we were able to get like hella Japanese like voice actors. And when I moved to the East Coast and I saw like their voice actor list, I was like, oh, like it's... it's definitely different. Oh, for VTubers! I think for this one... They do have a lot of VTubers coming, don't they? I was very surprised to see FaZe come. I'm very excited for that. I'm really excited to see their booth setup too. Theirs is always like extremely nice. Okay, it's fine and take a selfie as someone... Oh, we already have this, as someone cosplaying as a VTuber. How about we make this one... I'm gonna do this one for Flo Moco. Okay. Complete a drawing challenge at an artist booth or the artist alley. What's a drawing challenge? Oh, maybe I could have an artist... Like, you know how they have the ones where they're... Like, oh, I'll draw you for $5 or something. I've always wanted to do that. Maybe I could do that. Purchase a sketch. Personalized sketch at an artist booth. Let's see, at the artist alley. Maybe? Record a short video of yourself doing an anime opening theme dance with others. I can do this, but I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't think so. Anyway, NYC sounds fun. From when I went last year, I was only there for like a day last year for Saturday. But I did have a lot of fun. It was very different from other conventions that I've been to though. The conventions I've been to were like pretty standard. Like you'll have your panels, you'll have the guests, but it didn't have like those huge... it wasn't like a marketing opportunity like this one was. This one kind of felt like the pictures that I've seen at AX where they have like, you know, everything is giant, right? They're like, hey, look at our new anime kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. They have like the dioramas and like all the posters and stuff, and even like your badge, the lanyard has like advertisements on it. The conventions I went to growing up, it wasn't like that. They were a bit more on the smaller scale. So this one was like, I don't know, it was like, wow. But I feel like it was definitely, it felt more industry. Yeah, that's how I explain it. More industry versus like I guess like panels and stuff. But I think it could also be that I just wasn't looking for panels last year. I spent the entire time in the vendors hall and artist alley. But at the same time, it seemed like that was really the only thing you could do. Oh, there's someone with the full suit of armor? Oh yes, I think we have that one in here too. Wait, let's see. Let's see. Find a group cosplay with at least 3 members. Oh, I could do this too. Group cosplay. 3 members. I think we'll just go to the HoloLive meetup. I might be able to knock a lot of these out over there. The HoloLive concert tickets cost the same price. Yeah, my wallet totally hurt after that. I was honestly considering selling my 3-day pass, but I went to go pick it up yesterday. I was just like, you know what, whatever. I can use this for content. And I could use this as a tax write-off if I can squeeze something out of this. The scavenger hunt. But I was like, cause okay, last year they had the Suisei concert, right? So they said, oh my god, did you hear that? I think that was thunder. I don't know. Crazy. I know that there's like a severe storm coming. Maybe now. Holy shit. But last year at the Suisei concert, it was hosted with Anime NYC, so you had to go and get your ticket first, and then you could be eligible to get the Suisei concert ticket. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not going. But you know, this year it's breaking dimensions, you know, all Halloween. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get the ticket. As soon as I heard it announced, I didn't want to like have to go through the hoops of buying the ticket before the concert came out. Like more info on the concert came out, but yeah, because I knew it was gonna sell out fast. So yeah, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. Worst case, I'll sell my ticket, but I am not gonna do that either. I'll just cry. And I'll just be frugal after Christmas. After I'm done buying everybody Christmas gifts. It sounds more like a car crash. It did sound kind of like vehicular, didn't it? But I don't hear anybody screaming, and I don't hear any like car honks. So I think we're good. I think. Okay, let's see. Locate a booth selling obscure or retro anime merch. I think I kind of want to change this to sus anime merch. I think that'll be easier for me and more fun. Because I'm not really sure what would be like obscure, what's considered obscure. Oh, they're oddly silent. Well, we'll see if I get a citizen notification, yeah? Yeah, nothing... Ooh, scaffolding collapses. Well, that's not near me, so... I was gonna say a picture with panties somehow in the shot. Oh, that's a little bit more specific. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Selling a panty shot anime merch. Okay, take a photo with a prop weapon that's bigger than you are. Okay, that I could do. I don't know. Anything that's like, take a photo with something, I'm getting like kind of nervous because it's like, oh geez, that means I'm gonna have to communicate with people. I have to step out of my comfort zone. No, really? Get a freebie. Oh, that might be fun. A freebie from a vendor exhibitor. I do that. Spot and capture a picture of someone with an impressive homemade prop. I think that's kind of like number 11. So let's take that out. Wait, actually, we don't have to do it like that. Just grayed out. Participate in a panel Q&A and ask a question. Find a cosplayer who's dressed as a character. Sorry, I don't know enough to know it's the current season. Some of those giant prop holder cosplayers get a little strange. Okay, I'll chat with them on a day that I'm not wearing the I railed your Oshi t-shirt. Complete an animation. Oh yeah, I can't do that either. I'm not knowledgeable enough. Find a drag dungeon meshi. I don't think I'll know. I don't think I'll recognize. I'll be able to recognize. Oh. How about instead of from a current season, how about from like I would recognize like Lucky Star, Keion, Haruhi, like that era. So maybe I could do from like a what would that be, like 08 to like 20. You know what? I'm just gonna look up. I'm just gonna do from a Haruhi, Lucky Star, or Keion anime. What else is from that era? About number 30, find a mashup. Oh, find a cosplay mashup. Oh, that's fun. Our characters combined with elements. Oh yeah, I could do that. And then locate someone. This one I could do. Selling or wearing anime team jacket or hoodie. I think that's the same thing. We all thought of the same thing here, didn't we? Oh, Angel Beats. I haven't seen Gurren Lagann. That's been on my like watch list since the 9th grade. I'll have to let you know. I haven't seen that yet though. I might be able to recognize it, but I'm not completely sure if I would. But I think Angel Beats I should recognize. It's been a while since I saw that. Hololive VTubers, we have Fuamoko specifically. Wait, let me highlight this too. I know it's done. Anime display. Trying out. I don't think they're gonna have snacks. You know what? Maybe. They did have like a food section. Oh, or I could go out and buy a snack. Trying out unusual or rare Japanese snack. Dude, I don't even know what's like unusual or rare. It's my childhood. Maybe I'll do a nostalgic snack. Maybe that. A nostalgic snack at the convention. Ask someone where they got that food. Okay. Here, let me put that at the bottom. Ask someone where they got that food. Oh, maybe if we have like so many. I was gonna say maybe we could do a bingo, but I think scavenger hunt is better. I'll just have a big list and see how many I can tackle. I might try and cut it down. How many do you think we should do? Maybe 20? I'm kind of considering Friday as like a not real day. I don't know how long I'll be able to be there for. Okay, let me scroll back up. Get a freebie. Trying out a nostalgic snack. Ooh, find a cosplay of a non-anime character. Ooh, I like that. These weren't as shitty as I thought they would be. The pink heart overlay over my mouth. Yeah, I was thinking like, why am I so shiny? I thought it was the earring, but it's I added the little filter on VTube Studio because I was like, oh, hey, it's a special occasion. Let's make it so sparkly that I'm back. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Take a selfie with the cosplayer who's wearing a full suit of armor. Selfie. Full suit of armor. Full suits or armor. I think there's gonna be Alphonse Elric. FMA might be a good one here too. FMA. I'll just consider number 15 as like the ones I don't know how to describe this genre. The ones that were like really popular back in the day. Back in my day anime. Adora the Destroyer? Wait, what kind of cosplay is that? Locate and photograph a booth selling fan-made plushies. I think that's doable. That's a good one. Fan-made plushies. Capture a picture of someone cosplaying. Okay, a famous video game character. Just do regular, like, video game character. Don't gotta be famous. If I can recognize it, it's famous enough. Get a group of cosplayers to do a coordinated pose with you? That's so embarrassing, but I could try. Coordinated pose? No, that's so embarrassing. I don't know if I could do that. I'll just try and get as many done as I can. Oh, maybe I could do a grade. I could try and get an A+. So that way we don't have to delete anything that we don't want to. I could delete the grade ones, but I think a lot of these are pretty good. I don't know. I want to vlog it, but I'm also worried about my camera battery, so fingers crossed. It's gonna be fine. My phone camera battery, I mean. I'm one size fits all for this. But I don't know. This is anxiety. But I want to vlog all of it. I think being nervous is gonna make for some good content, and I know that at the end of it, I'm gonna be happy that I did it. Like I know that, like, you know, getting over these kinds of things just takes practice, and you know, all you have to do is just put yourself out there. And I think, like, you know, like, I was nervous for work, but I realized everything is fine and everything is good and I'm having fun. So, they were all for photos, and also Boomi is kind of cute. Kind of! Only kind of! But that's right. They are all there for photos. I remember when I was cosplaying in high school, all I wanted was for somebody to take my picture. I remember that feeling, so I'll use that to motivate myself and be like, hey, can I have a photo with your giant prop? Do you guys want to do a coordinated pose? Okay, find and take a picture with a giant manga collection or display. I feel like that's kind of low effort, so I'm gonna cross that out. Join a dance circle or music-related event happening at the convention. That one... Nah. No thanks. Spot a cosplayer dressed as a character from an anime movie, not a series. I don't think I'm gonna know either. The only anime movies I've watched are like slice of life. So it's just gonna be in like a regular like school uniform. I think I'm gonna cross that out one. I don't know, unless you guys have like a suggestion for it. I'm not quite sure. Get a photo with someone cosplaying as an anime villain. A lot of asking for photos, but this is fine. Jeez Louise. Suddenly, I'm not looking forward to anime NYC anymore. They have a video game hall? Maybe... Ooh, play a game that I've never played before? I think they should. Video game I've never played before. I think they should have one. Their convention this big, but I didn't walk in there last time, but they should have one. I'll double check. Get a photo with someone with claw hands. Ooh, yeah, let's do that one. The character with claw hands. Take a photo. Let's see, of... So I don't have to be like, can I be in the picture? I think that's the awkward part, when you have to be in the picture. If I'm taking a picture of them, you know, if there's a big circle, maybe I could get away with just like a quick flash. But otherwise, I have to go up to them, and that's... gosh. Okay. Find and photograph a booth that has retro anime VHS tapes or DVDs. I think that's a good one. Because I can recognize a VHS tape and DVD. I can also recognize when an anime is rather retro. Friday at 11:45 a.m. A Homestuck cosplay meetup. People... I forgot all about Homestuck. When I went to anime conventions, Homestuck was the shit, man. In fact, I think at the convention that I went to, Homestuck cosplayers were... Maybe it could be like a nationwide thing, but I think they were banned or something. Or they got in trouble because of... you know, they have to like paint their body gray, and like, you know, Homestuck fans were, I think they were usually like on the younger side, right? Like they were like middle school or high school. They were like my age. I was prime demographic for Homestuck. I never got sucked into the hole, but I remember, like, you know, when you're that young, you're not really thinking of like, I guess, longevity of the cosplay. You're just painting yourself. At least that's what I would assume. That's what I did. I didn't paint myself, but I was like pretty haphazard about the cosplay. So they would be leaving their paint all over the convention hall. And I remember like Homestuck cosplays were slightly controversial because of that. The first thing at the con is happening is Homestuck. That's like, it's a blast from the past. You know, maybe that's gonna set the tone for the entire convention. Maybe it's gonna be like 2014 era cons, 2013 era. You know, I should get a pink suit and then I'll just be pink guy. If only I knew where to get it. I'm pretty sure he got it from Don Quixote in Japan. I saw the exact suit, and like the red one too. I seen all of them at Don Quixote. I should have bought it when I saw it. I was like, oh, this must be where he got it. It makes sense. Participate in it? No, I'm not participating in an impromptu karaoke sash. No way, no fucking way. I think we have a solid list. We could add more stuff, and then wait, where they ask somewhere when they got their food. Ask food. Just highlight those two. I don't know, any other silly things you think we can add? And then I guess I'll narrow it down from there. Or I could just have this entire list, and I think that's what I'll do. I'm not gonna narrow it down. Maybe some of the like GPT generated ones I'll take out, but I'll narrow it down, and maybe not too much, but I'll just try and get as many done as I can, because it's like last time I was there, and I'm going by myself too. Well, I'm gonna meet up with people while I'm there, but you know, I don't want to like impose on their groups. So I think having this to just wander around with is gonna give me a lot to do. Last time I just like made laps. I legit just got lost in the artist alley. I think the artist alley and like the vendors hall is connected. It's just this huge, huge area. And I am very bad with directions. I couldn't find my way out, so I just spent the entire day in there. I think this will give me something to do. I'll try and get as much done as I can, and then we'll give myself a score based on how many that I've got done. So we could do it like out of 100%. We'll find the percentage. Find Domo. I could try that. Find Domo. I saw him at Offkai. But I didn't want to say hi. I don't know. I feel like Offkai is like kind of... I could probably be like, hey, are you Domo at Anime NYC? But like at Offkai, like everybody knows Domo at Offkai. Ever been to a maid cafe? Oh my gosh, maid cafes at anime cons were my favorite thing. I wonder if I could go to or see the maid cafe. I know maid cafe. Do they even have one here? I have to look and see. Let me start that. I didn't see any like promotion for a maid cafe. Then Vita is gonna have a booth. NYC 021. Oh, is there booths that you guys want me to see? I could do that too. That could be like easy points for if I'm feeling too socially awkward. Let's see. Booths to see. Zan Vita at 012. Oh, we should also go see the HoloLive booth, and then we should also go see the Phase Connect booth. I think there should be a Senpai Squad XV Shoujo. I think that's what they had there last year. The Shoujo. I usually go to Twitter to type the convention. Oh, and type it. I see. I was gonna put it in my name, but after the blue check mark, they said like, oh, we're gonna have to take off your check mark. Not that it like affects anything, but your check mark just disappears until they could verify it. So I'm like, just a tweet will be okay. Have I worked at one? I've never worked at one, but I remember I really wanted to volunteer for it when I was in high school at my local anime con. I think it seems like a lot of fun. But then again, I don't really know how well I could do at like hospitality service industry. Okaeri nasaimasu, goshujin-sama. And then what else do you say? Kochira koso desu. Wait. Oishiku nare, moe moe kyu. There's another thing you have to say, right? I don't know. But I feel like maids, you'd want a certain type of maid. I wouldn't hire myself as a maid. I want a girl that's either gonna be a complete and total bitch to me, or I was gonna say you're too sugary sweet that I can't handle it, but I think I want the girl to be mean. I want her to be mean, and I want her to call me gross for coming to a maid cafe. Let's see. What other... I mean, I don't know. If there's other booths, maybe I'll make a thread. I'll make a thread in the Discord. For Anime NYC. And if you see something online that you think that I should check out, post it in there. I'll make it right now. Here's Discord. Create a thread. New thread name. Anime NYC. Hello, if you see anything cool at the con that you think I should check out, put it here. I don't know. Maybe I might like post like some updates or something, but we'll see. We'll see if I remember. I might just end up putting it on Twitter. I would like to be served by you at a maid cafe. Should we do a POV, a maid cafe stream? You know, I think that's one of the benefits to working is that like when I think I'm really bad at like what is it? Disciplining myself or like holding myself accountable. I'm really bad at holding myself accountable to like obligations if there's no external force besides me. So going to work every day, I feel like, you know, I could finish my work fast and gives me more time to like work on streams and stuff. I think that's one of the nice things about it is that I can dedicate more time to like really planning out a stream, which I think it's ironic, right? I had all the time in the world, but I couldn't do it. But now that I have no time, it makes it easier for me to do it. You know, I'm the kind of person that really relies on momentum. Maybe a maid cafe POV stream. I could get like really into it. If you guys are down, I think that'd be really fun. Rama and the Half first episode? Is that the one? Is that the one? No, maybe I'm thinking of something else. That's like a gender bend one, right? Is that the one where the girl is in his hand or something, in his left hand or something like that? I remember my friend talking about it in middle school. And he was into it. He was like, oh, it's so good. And I was like, wait, what? What's the plot again? Maybe I should take a look at the website too. I know that they're doing quite a few things. Anime NYC. Wow, that's crazy. Face Connect on the first page. The worlds really do collide. I think last year there was some VTubers, but I think like the biggest presence was for sure Hololive. I don't think I really... Did I see it? I don't think I saw a Niji Sanji booth or anything. About features, guests, exhibitors. I don't even know what to look at anymore. The only reason why I go to cons anymore is for the artist alley, which is the complete opposite reason for why I used to go as a kid. Oh, Midori Days! That's the girl one. I see. And then the girl one, the hand one. A Critical Role at Anime NYC. You know, I was just learning about them earlier today. Because I've been watching, how about we wrap up here? Yeah? I think this is good enough for the, for a scavenger hunt. We got what? 35, give or take? Maybe this rounds out to 30 with the amount that we've eliminated. I'll print this out, and I'll turn this into a little sketch. Not sketchbook, but I don't know. Something that I can reference. It's a lot. It is, but you know, we're not gonna be doing the whole thing. I'm just gonna try and get to as many as I can, and then I'll give myself a score. Maybe I was gonna say maybe I'll write an essay. No, but if I end up not doing a lot, then I'll do extra credit. How about that? What I learned at Anime NYC is blinkety, blinkety, blink. One booth has a Maple Story as a thumbnail. So not a Maple Story booth? But speaking of Critical Role, I was just listening to them. Not listening to them, but like I was watching. They did a couple years ago, like 5 years ago, I think, a while ago. They did a episode with Stephen Colbert. because I was watching some stuff. I was watching stuff about the D23, right? And where is it on my notes? So yeah, you know, at D23, I wish I could talk about it more, but we're kind of low on time. But they had the Daredevil Born Again trailer come out. I saw like the leaked version, like the recording version. So of course it was like very blurry, you could barely hear anything. So I'm really excited to see like the official trailer drop. But I saw the leaked version a few times. So if I've been following the leaks, I know that, well, actually, I don't know. Are you guys like very sensitive to MCU spoilers? I knew that 2 certain characters were coming back, but to see some other characters return, I thought that was a really nice surprise. I still haven't finished season 3. I think like the hand plot from season 2 and the Defenders like really just exhausted me. But after seeing this new trailer, I'm pretty excited. I hope it's good. Me too. Me too. I mean, then again, I really did not like the hand plot, so I think anything could be better than that. Personally. I don't know. Like season 2 and the Defenders, they had enough for me to like get through it, but it's kind of like eating your vegetables, you know? You're like, okay, I can eat it, but I'm not happy to eat it. I really hated the hand. I thought that was so dumb. But I think because I was like watching those clips, interacting with like a lot of Daredevil content, I had a podcast clip from the Punisher's actor, John Bernthal. He has his own podcast called, I think it's called Real Ones. But he had Deborah Ann Wool, who is Karen Page, on his show. And I saw this super duper viral clip of him and her. They're talking about D&D. And she's like, hey, you want to play D&D? Instead of explaining it to him and like, you know, teaching him like all the rules and stuff and like explaining it to him from the ground up, she does the best thing ever. She just says, hey, you want to play D&D right now? So in the clip, she talks him through the scenario. She's like, you're in a dark woods, you have a bow on your back and like a dagger and a shiv on your side, blah blah blah, and you hear like a crack in the woods, and she like talks him through the story and he's immediately into it. So this is like the first time that I've heard pretty much like of her like outside of Daredevil. Like I've only seen her as Karen Page, so I was really excited to hear that she played D&D and really excited to see him be so into it. He's like, oh, how far away is the crack? And she says, oh, it's like, you know, around there. And like he encounters an owl bear. He's like, have I ever seen an owl bear before? Can I talk to it? And she uses that to explain the game mechanics to him. And I thought that was really cool. I thought it was super fun to see him get the hang of it. And I was thinking like, wait, what other actors? Like I've heard of a lot of actors playing D&D, right? Like, you know, like Stephen Colbert is not an actor, but like celebrities too. Like a lot of people in the entertainment industry playing the game. So I thought, there's gotta be like podcasts or videos where they're doing this. If you guys know of any, let me know. Cause I think, I don't know, I never thought like an actor would be so naturally inclined at playing the game, but of course it makes sense because they're asking so that way they could like get into the shoes of the characters. Like they know, I think they understand like the process of like getting into it a little bit more. I did find one where, well, I saw the Critical Role one first. With Stephen Colbert, but in the recommendation videos, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this one instead. It's from Geek and Sundry. It has Karen Page and, well, Deborah and Charlie Cox, aka Matt Murdock, playing D&D together with Deborah's like regular D&D group. So I didn't watch it all the way through yet. I just kind of skimmed through so that way I could like see if this is something that I want to invest in, because I think he's on for 2 episodes for a whole session. I don't know. It looked pretty sick. He was playing like a pirate and stuff. Also, I was very surprised to hear him, because only heard him in Daredevil. I've never seen like his interviews and stuff before. He was playing an Irish pirate, so I thought he was putting on an accent for the character. But then at the end, they did like this interview with him, like a post-session interview asking him his thoughts and stuff. So I watched that one. He was speaking in a British accent. Dude, I had no idea that he's been British. He's been British this entire time? What are you talking about? Why do we keep outsourcing our great American heroes to the Brits, huh? Can somebody explain that to me? And those New Zealanders too, huh? Homelander, why is he from New Zealand, huh? Spider-Man, why is he British? And now you're telling me Daredevil's not even from Hell's Kitchen? Come on. That's anti-American, okay? Superheroes are our thing. Anyway, I'm super excited for Daredevil Born Again. I think, okay, if Guardians of the Galaxy, they're my favorite like MCU movies. I really like the characters. I don't really know if I would read the comics, you know? I think the James Gunn DNA is what really makes it for me. And I think without the soundtrack, I fear that that's going to be hard to translate in the comics. But for Daredevil, I think in the MCU, I would definitely pick up his comic books first. I've never read like an American comic before. I think that they're kind of wordy compared to mangas, which is why I've never like jumped into it. And there's like, you don't really know where to start. You have like 100 years of a history to go through. Where do you pick up? But I think if I were to pick something up, it would be Daredevil. So if you have like, I don't know, if you have a suggestion of where to start, let me know. I think the themes that they play with are really interesting. I think, you know, he's badass, cool character. I was even watching as a kid. I even watched the old Daredevil. What was it? Who was it? Ben Affleck? Was it Ben Affleck? I think. Well, whoever it was. His Daredevil movie. I don't really remember much about it. I didn't know Jon Favreau was Foggy either. I've been watching these movies for a long time, and it's like, it's funny. You're a kid and you never put the pieces together. So in Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm sure you guys are aware of the spoilers that have been out. So when Jennifer Garner came out, I was like, holy moly. I haven't seen that Elektra in a long time. I think I remember. I think I liked Elektra the movie when I was a kid. I thought her, at least from what I vaguely remember from the X-Men movies, I thought Elektra had like those super cool swords. When I was rewatching Daredevil Netflix, I was so excited to see her have like the swords. I remember that the most, or the daggers or whatever. I remember that the most from the movies. I thought that was sick. And then in X-Men, I don't remember which one, but you had the girl with the really long nails, and I think she fought Wolverine in like a parking garage or something. I thought she was badass too. But yeah. Yeah, I think Daredevil and Elektra, their romance was really fun too in the Netflix series. I really do like Elektra as a hero. I think I do. I don't like the hand plot, but I would like to see more Elektra if she does come back. I don't know if we'll see her back. If they have another one, sure. But I thought the last one was pretty good. I think Jennifer Garner's one was... Not that I remember it, but I liked her as a kid, so I guess she did the job. Maybe Hollow Justice will be at Anime NYC. Perhaps! Wait, are they gonna be there? I don't know what kind of Hololive meet that they're gonna do. I did do Hololive meet last year on accident. Basically the Hololive meet is like they have the Hololive VTubers just make an appearance at the vendors area. I saw Gura and Kiwawa last time, so they will. Okay, so I should. Oh, maybe I should go see Fuomoko. That would actually make me really happy. I think they might be... I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think they might be an Oshi material. Let's see. I'll just go to Hololive Meet in general and see. How about maybe go, yeah, and see Hollow Justice. We'll make Hollow Justice specifically. And I'm thinking Advent. Wait, sorry, I'm thinking Advent. Justice is the newest gen. I think would they be there? No, they should. They should be there, right? How about we see Hollow Advent and then I'll also do Hollow Justice. Hopefully the days are gonna line up. I think it'll be good to see them both. Maybe one or the other. We'll give myself a chance. Just in case the dates don't line up. Okay, alright. We have a decent amount on our scavenger hunt. Did a decent amount of chatting. I think it's about time for me to call it a night. Now that I'm on the granny sleep schedule. How awful. How awful. I miss staying up past midnight. It feels... I don't know. It's like the time I should go to bed is 11 p.m. But 11 p.m. feels so early. I just feel like, oh, you know, my work has a coffee station. I'll live. Oh, Advent, no, but Justice will be. Okay, I'll switch that. I'll change that. I guess it makes sense. They got a concert to prepare for. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. What do we have planned for this week? Let's see. This weekend we have Anime NYC. So I would just say we'll be probably seeing a lot of each other on Twitter. So definitely stay tuned on my Twitter at STFUBoomi to see what I'll be up to over the weekend. On Wednesday, we have a unarchived Lucid Group 2000s karaoke. This is one of the reward goals from the VTuber SummerSlam fundraiser we did a couple weeks ago. Since we blasted through all the goals, we're trying to schedule all of them. So the upcoming one is our unarchived karaoke stream. It will be on Wednesday at, I believe, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, our usual times. And yeah. Maybe I'll be able to schedule a gorilla in sometime, but I'm not quite sure about that. So I'll just say we'll probably be seeing each other a lot on Twitter. I'm sorry that it's gonna be like so bare this month, but you know, despite that, bear with me. I think next week we would probably be seeing a little bit more of each other, because I will be doing a... let's see. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we are in talks of doing another collab with Lucid next week. But the GTA 5 RP, the VTRP, is cooking. And yeah, I do plan to stream a lot during that. I want to get a lot out of that as I can, even though I'll be working, but we'll try. I think that'll be like a stress test almost. But I don't want to miss a single thing in the RP, so we'll be streaming a lot during that week. So, you know, just bear with me a little bit longer. You know, we'll be sort of back into the swing of things soon. We'll have like a lot of period where we're gonna do a lot of stuff, and then it's gonna scale back, and you know, it's just gonna be really week by week dependent, but hopefully we'll be back in the swing of things soon. Yeah, I think GTA 5 RP is coming up, and then after that we'll for sure have our weekly Gay Tony sessions. Still quite a few of SummerSlam reward streams to get through, and yeah, soon after that, the holiday season is going to be creeping upon us. Really looking forward to what we have planned for Halloween. I don't know, should I try raiding? If raiding is broken, I'm a little bit hesitant to try it. Should I try it regardless? Let's give it a shot then. How about we go ahead and raid? I was hoping I get to see the VSMP elections. Maybe I'm too late. Maybe it's already done. No worries. No worries. How about we go raid Hiyori, who's doing a Zatsudan right now before their concert. Maybe link as well just in case. Good point, good point. Let me go ahead and save. And let me go to her channel so I could grab the link. Oh, nice. Right here. Oh, she's wearing a bathing suit. Nice. Wait. Right here. We're gonna go see Hiyori, who is doing a Zatsudan, summer-themed Zatsudan. I'll give her all of my love. If you've been sitting down for as long as I have, don't forget to give your body a nice little stretch, especially for the weekend. It's Sunday. You should stretch your body before the big week ahead. Don't forget to stay hydrated, drink lots and lots of water, and last but not least, treat yourself to something special. Give yourself lots of energy before Monday rolls around, okay? Made my birthday better seeing you live. Happy birthday, Dennis! Happy birthday! Thank you for spending your birthday with me. That really means a lot. I'm glad that the days aligned. That way we can spend some time with each other on your special day. And thank you all for hanging out with me. It really does mean a lot. I know that you know, the schedule's been a little bit up in the air, but it really does mean a lot that you guys are bearing through this with me as I go through my adulthood metamorphosis into a grown woman, a responsible woman, a woman who commutes 5 days out of the week, and it's low-key expensive, but can you believe it? $6? I mean, I guess it could be worse, but shit, man. That's like, wait, 6 times $2.90 back and forth. So that's like a little under, oh, let's round it to $6. $6 every day, 5 days a week. That's like what, 30 bucks minimum that I'm spending on the train? Gotta be kidding me. Have you seen the Blade 1998 movie? That is the one, like, old Marvel movie that I have not seen at all. And you would think that that would be in my dad's library. It was not. It was not. I do kind of want to go back and watch. Maybe before, like, the next Endgame that they have, maybe I'll go back and I'll watch, like, all of it, you know? Now that Marvel has really sucked in as much as they could. Go back and watch all of it, like, pre-Incredible Hulk. Or maybe I could even just watch up to the first Avengers. That could be a move, too. They have 3 Blade movies? That's crazy. That was really successful then. I've always heard or like assumed that the Raimi Spider-Man movies were the ones that did really, really well and like kicked it all off. But I mean, if Blade had 3 movies, then he's the daddy, right? He's the granddaddy. Well, anyways. Maybe our next Zatsu we could do a MCU yap because, or maybe when I can wait for the trailers to drop too. I don't know. There's a lot of good TV shows coming out soon too. I've been obsessed with The Last of Us season 2 trailer. Either way, we could have our next Zatsu session be a time to nerd out about all of this because we've barely touched on Deadpool and Wolverine. We barely had time to touch on that. But the next time we're able to do this, we'll have a lot of time to chat and stuff. So. Yeah, perhaps. The spoiler ban will for sure be lifted by then. But yeah, just to remind you guys, unarchived group karaoke sesh on Wednesday. Be on the lookout on Twitter and on Discord for all the info on that. And until I see you next time. Take care. Bye. We are raiding Hiyori. Say hi. Bye bye.